and welcome to the Authentic Wellness podcast, where we discuss all matters wellness. Today, we're going to discuss an interesting topic: affordability of a healthy lifestyle. We've had myths that eating healthy, living a healthy lifestyle, which is not just about what you eat. We've heard that it is quite expensive. Is this really true? My name is Lily Okeo, and I'm here with my colleagues.
Hi, I'm Mama Almasi, Lisa Kuyaya Welime, and I'm a phytotherapist. Karibu.
Hi, my name is Julie Karibuni.
Thank you. So before we go any further, Lisa, what's in our kettle?
In line with our topic today, we are serving tea. And if you look at it closely, it is tea leaves and rosemary. Rosemary grows everywhere. Hata kwa fence utapata rosemary. Ndimu is always in season. And you are able to take a very good healthy tea. Rosemary is good for your hair, it's good for your skin, it's good for your body. But if you're having high blood pressure, please don't take rosemary first. You're welcome.
And the lemon supplies you with vitamin C. Then the tea has some good antioxidants for your body. So it works well for your system.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is affordable. Ndimu ni 5 bob huko nje per piece kama ni mingi sana. Rosemary hata ukiweka kwa planta itamea.
Inamea tu.
Alafu majani si expensive na niama.
Kila mtu ako nayo.
Expensive. So hata wewe unaweza kunywa kama you can have a cup like ours. Yeah, now let's get into it. Is a healthy lifestyle really that expensive?
I'd say yes and no, depending on where you are and how your creativity in how you source your foods, the kind of foods you source, of course, with knowledge as well. So, for example, there are places where healthy food or organic food is very expensive, premium prices. So if you look at it that way, there's a price to it. But no, because if you're in a locality like now, this one of ours, where you find people selling organic food, sell it at more or less the same price as is in the market, sometimes even cheaper. Okay? So you see, in that sense, you cannot say that a healthy lifestyle is expensive. If it's something like fitness, you don't have to go to the gym to maintain a fit body. You can find the exercises that work for you. You could lift weights or run or jog or skip at home.
Yeah.
So it's how creative are you and how badly do you want a healthy lifestyle. Then that way you're able to work backwards and say, this is how much I can afford of a healthy lifestyle and go for it.
True.
Yeah.
And if I may, you just said you'll pay premium in some places. You know, in Luo we have this kahab. It's called achak. It has it's also very high in antioxidants. So in our farm, it grows everywhere. It's like a weed in the farm. But recently I went to a certain restaurant and ordered, and it came as a side salad. And it was quite premium, and that is here in Kenya. So as you're saying, I agree with you that it would depend. You can either go vuna the weed in your shamba and process it yourself. I have looked at you and said shama when I wanted to say shamba, which is okay. So you could choose. Do you want to go to the farm and prepare it yourself, or do you want to go to a premium restaurant and get it and pay some crazy amount for the same? So yeah, to some extent yes and no, but I tend to think no more than yes.
No more than yes.
Yes.
Also, when we can't afford to be lazy in this life, when you do your due diligence, like I said, with the right knowledge, with the right goal and the right commitment, you can make it as affordable as you can.
Yeah. I think it's possible to live a healthy lifestyle without really breaking the bank. You know,
you don't have to.
Yeah, it is true. If you plan, you plan ahead. Now, like it's raining, terere is everywhere.
I know.
Yeah, terere is chepkerta, dodo.
Dodo.
Chepkerta,
Yeah,
Terere,
amaranth.
dodo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seveve
Mchicha.
is everywhere. Mchicha, yeah,
Mchicha in
Kiswahili.
Coast.
Yeah, managu, tomatoes. So what you can do during plenty, be like Joseph in the Bible, keep. There is a way you can dry these mbogas, or you freeze them. Then you have plenty for the times when we do not have these mbogas. When managu will be very expensive, you'll be sold for like a small bunch of terere. Yeah, so it is, you plan. Yeah.
You plan ahead for when there's plenty. That's really good. And by the way, if you want to learn about how to preserve your food and how to keep your foods for longer for those that are in season, Lisa has talked to us about pickling, about dehydration, and other ways of food preservation, including fermentation. So just go back into our episodes and look for an episode where we talked about food preservatives. For now, Lisa, I would like you to really just break down for us what is a holistic perspective to wellness in terms of, and maybe both of you, in terms of from production to what we eat, and as well as fitness. Because there's a, even before you do, let me just mention, there's a documentary that was done. It's called The Blue Zones. And you could read it, you could Google, you could watch the documentary, it's available. When you look at these blue zones, their health and wellness and their longevity is pegged on what they eat, how active they are. So movement is very important, because exercise is not just gymming, as Julie has said. It's about movement. If I don't move this finger frequently, eventually it will get stuck in the position that it is. Have you noticed, for most people nowadays, our little finger, able try putting your little finger up. What shape is your little finger? It's bent for those who use phones a lot. Yours is straight. Yeah, you know why? When you're holding your phone, let me have your phone, Julie. When you're having your phone, most of the time, you hold this as your base. The little finger is your base. When you're watching a movie and you need to keep your eyes at eye level, this little finger is the one that holds the phone. So you'll find most people, this finger, the part that is being used, is the inner part, this part. And the little finger, it's here that is utilized. So your hands start to change. And I've noticed even they adapt to what you expose them to. And because this little finger is rarely used for other things, nowadays it's known for phones. Look at the kids that are coming up. Their little finger is not straight. For most kids. It's just your body adapting. Have a look. Test it. To our viewers, test this theory and let us know in the comments whether it's true or not. Has your little finger changed the shape? Look at guys who are techies. They also change. So movement doesn't just shift your body, it changes and it keeps you either healthy or your joints. If you're sitting down for too long, standing up for too long, and you're not really moving that joint, you will have a very early onset of things like osteoarthritis. Why? Your diet and lack of movement. So as we are breaking this further down, could you
Sorry, our cameraman is so amused. He's so amused. I can't.
I know. I have tried to ignore.
It's fine. It's fine.
I have tried to ignore the machine.
It's okay.
Please.
Go on, Miss Lily. Go on.
Yeah. So as we are breaking this down, could we just break down in terms of if you want to really live an affordable, healthy lifestyle, from production to the way you do your everyday to day, could we break that down?
Okay.
Yeah.
Life is what you make it. Yes. And if you purpose in your life that you want a healthy lifestyle, you will. You will take care of your little pinky. You will get that wooden stand that is normally here at the farmer's market, so that you save. Yeah, you save your pinky from holding. You can imagine the size of this bone. and that's the weight of the phone. Now then imagine how we are affecting our backs. Very soon, the next generation will just be crouching like this.
Stooped,
Yeah. So life is what you make it, and it's very possible to have a healthy lifestyle. You don't necessarily need to go to gym, as she had mentioned. You can skip, you can jump. You don't necessarily need to eat a very, very expensive salad if you can get stinging nettle. Dandelion is a very good detoxifier. Dandelion are these pesky weeds that you see, it has yellow flowers, reminds me of sunlight. It is a very good detoxifier. Stinging nettle, tafai. Have you ever gone to Mustuni, then something? That one is very good anti-inflammatory. Na pia ni mboga. You just need to speak to it nicely and to hold it nicely.
And put on gloves.
Yeah. Blackjack. Blackjack is very good for you. It is even
highly nutritious.
So God in his wisdom provided everything that we need for life and for godliness. You just need to find out what is it in season. If you look at around March, April, mahindi jaiva, maharagwe jaiva, mahindi ya last year imeisha. Then God provides these mushrooms. Yes. Yeah. So people get the proteins they need. So you just need to open your eyes, move, remove your shoes, earth, touch the ground. It is very possible. Go out. Don't be on the phones too much or screen time. Go out, breathe the air. That is free. Sleep well. Relax. Do not worry so much about what is happening. Take care of what you are taking in emotionally, mentally. There is a lot of stressors now, even in our country. Please sift. Is it called sifting? Sift. Because, you may not really feel it as immediately, but inside your heart, over time, you consume very bad negative energies, and it affects you. Then your cortisol shoots. When your cortisol shoots, the other good hormones are kicked out. Alafu sicknesses come in, which is expensive. Actually, healthy lifestyle, in my opinion, is cheaper than an unhealthy lifestyle, because taking care of sicknesses and diseases is very expensive. So walk. Please walk. Make sure you even do your lymphatic movement. We will show you in a video how to drain your lymphatics, because people nowadays don't move, so that the toxins in your body are removed. Your body is not just intoxicated with a lot of toxins. Go to the bathroom when you need to. That is healthy. Drink water. So it's very possible to have a healthy lifestyle.
Thank you. And Julie, from a production perspective, you've talked about the nutrition and the exercise. From a food production perspective, how affordable is healthy, how do I call it? I don't want to say organic, because you could also use less chemicals in your farm and safe food. How easy or cheap is it compared to commercial farming or farming with a lot of pesticides and other chemicals?
You see, in safe farming practices, we look at the long game. You don't just, you cannot afford to be the quick money kind of mentality. You have to look at it in the long term. What do I want to achieve? What is at my disposal? And so you'll find, like, for example, in safe farming practices, whether it's reduced chemical farming or organic farming, regenerative agriculture, permaculture, whatever it is you're doing, you reduce your expenses because you're improvising a lot of your input. Okay, you remember last time when we were talking about I think we were talking about something about the green revolution and how there were farmers in India committing suicide because they could not service the loans that they had taken to buy all the pesticides and the synthetic fertilizers required for agricultural productivity. So you see, there is an element of expense in conventional farming. But when you choose to go the way of safe farming practices, you reduce your need for financial capital. You may do more work in other areas, but it will be maybe labor intensive, it will take time, because when you're making compost, that takes time. When you're drying and ripening your farmyard manure, that takes time. So as you're doing your soil treatments, it takes time. It may be a bit more affordable, but it takes time. When we look at affordability, from a production perspective, we are looking at what goes into the production. And you'll find that why I advocate for safe farming practices, whether it is regenerative agriculture, permaculture, organic farming, which others are there, reduced chemical farming, it means you use less input. Most of the work will go into what is labor intensive. If you're making compost, if you're ripening your farmyard manure, that will take time. Maybe less expensive, but time. Then also if you're making your pesticides, whether it's the concoctions that you make or the natural ways of fighting pests and diseases, weeding, it may take less money, but a little more labor and more time. So in terms of that, it's possible to reduce the costs, the financial costs of farming safely. In fact, sometimes where the cost may be is some of the losses you may experience because of maybe some infestation that you could not manage or something like that. That's why we say you really have to apply integrated pest management to win this game. But remember, we are looking at the long game. We are looking at it and saying, can we put more work, more time into it and more work, but spend less and have safety? You can't keep running for quick profits when you're talking about safety and safe production of food. You have to look at let us take care of the food first. Let's take care of our people. Let's take care of our soil, the resources that bring you food. Then we can harness our profits from that. So it's also an integrity issue. Remember last time when we talked about the green revolution, and I was telling you how farmers in India were committing suicide because they could not service the loans that they had taken to buy the expensive inputs for food production. So you see, that's how expensive conventional farming can be. Okay, so when you look at it that way, you're looking, when we are looking at the long term, you'll find that safe food produced safely tends to be more affordable than food where there is excessive use of synthetic chemicals and pesticides. So that's how I would look at it in terms of production. So it's quite a balance. It's quite a balance. What am I looking for, and how can I harness the improvise from my environment to ensure I reduce my costs?
I tend to agree with you. I love talking about my dad and his farming. So he bought some natural land straight from some guys who had never tilled the land, like land that was still virgin. They used to keep animals there, so it was like land where animals just sleep, and then he got that. And he's never used chemicals on that farm. He's an organic farmer through and through. This area, it's a semi-arid area. So it was very interesting when the neighbors' maize would get to this height. Ours would get so big and tall and green with a number of cobs on the farm, on the stem rather. And our farm used to be called Kitalea, that particular space. I don't want to say where it is, but Kitalea, such and such a place. Why? The maize were like the maize in Kitale, really tall and big and nice, which was not a common phenomenon in that area. But let me tell you, we would wake up in the morning to go do double digging. Back then, it was double digging that was the in thing, because the soil is black cotton soil. Black cotton soils tend to really get hard, and therefore it's very difficult for the plants to go through. And then he would make his own compost. He would ferment his own pesticide and foliar. He would put cow dung and other herbs. We ferment it in a drum. Then we tap that fermented whatever, dilute it in water, and then spray.
As a foliar
I know
pesticide.
based on, and this is now like a 1 acre place, but he has paid school fees with that. One of my sisters' dad paid school fees from that space, from tomatoes, cherry tomatoes and the regular tomatoes, no pesticides.
Wow.
And the other thing he tells me is that nothing in your farm is useless.
It's true.
Oh yeah.
You see this, there's some aphids. Aphids are like, he says, like ni ng'ombe ya nini, ni ng'ombe ya, ni ya kuku, ni ng'ombe ya kuku ama ni ng'ombe ya which plant. Like you see the way you farm your cows and then you remove them here, you put them here so that they can eat here.
Yeah.
That is what they do, because they feed on the aphids. It's protein source for them. I think it's for the chicken. For the chicken or something, I can't remember. And that also has a role, because you need your chicken to eat that so that it produces, the manure it produces is also good quality manure, that when you're adding it to your compost, it's also bringing back some nutrition to the compost. Currently, he's doing a form of permaculture, and he also does zero tillage. So that doesn't till his land. He has planted things for pest control. And let me tell you, his sukuma wiki will never give you acidity.
Yeah.
And it's available round the year. The soil is so humorous. You see, like the soil you gave us, imagine having black cotton soil looking like that soil,
Wow.
which is not a common phenomenon. So I understand. And this is like more than 10 years of preparing. The zero tillage is done for 4 years. Right now he's when he's ready. Now, so he was telling us in 2026 is when now he will now plant crops for sale. But he's just been doing rotating crops around the farm. When he has a mango tree, and what he does to this mango tree, sometimes they get rotten fruits and they throw it down there.
Yeah, to compost.
Yeah, not just to compost, the flies.
Oh,
For pollination, when it's flowering, they throw rotten stuff to rot there so that it can form those flies, and the flies will go up, and it helps also with the dingoingos will not go on your, I don't know what is dingoingo.
The beetles. Yeah,
Yes.
beetles.
They will also move.
Yeah.
So there's, everything has a role in your farm.
yes.
The blackjacks, we ate blackjacks. Us, we used to look at it like it's backward. But Dad knew. He would make us eat blackjack and milkjack. That is chakula ya sungura. Why are we
It
eating
is very
chakula ya sungura? You
healthy.
get?
Lots
So
of nutrients.
I really understand. Finally, when I spoke to him earlier this year, I understood why we are in it for the long game.
Yeah, you have
you've
to look
been
at the long
saying
game.
it.
With safe food, you see, you remember we talked about soil. When we were talking about soil, and we were saying, and even you will attest to it as an organic farmer, the soil may not serve you today. The work you're putting in may not serve you really, fully today or optimally. But the more you continue treating your soil, in the long term, in fact, your kids are the ones who will really benefit from the effort that you put into your farm when you are treating your soil. Because you see that microbiome continues to exist, and it evolves. It evolves, and your soil gets better and better and better. And even your farm will produce for you better in the long run. It's like aging like fine wine.
It does.
Land that has been taken care of,
Yeah.
it gets better over time.
Yeah.
So you have to play the long game. When you're talking about safety and wellness, there is no shortcuts. You have to play the long game.
Yeah.
That is
And
so
from a
true.
nutrition perspective,
Yes.
food grown from organic, this land that has been loved, the nutrition is higher than these other ones just grown
Nutrient
anywhere.
density.
Yeah, it's just like a child with marasmus and a child who's healthy. Yeah,
Or
so
a child who's been pampered and given everything, they are not as resilient as a child who's had to also participate.
Yeah,
in
because
activities by
anytime
themselves.
you see a problem, aphids, you chop her down.
Yes.
You see weeds, you chop her herbicides. You're really, with
It's not
time,
as resilient.
yeah. Like for examples in our soils, in this the White Highlands, the former White Highlands, and the areas that a lot of chemicals have been used over time, you can hardly grow anything anymore. There is no resistance. There is no resilience.
Yeah.
Because the plants now are constantly depending on that boost, that synthetic boost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so true. again, just to also share with our viewers on how practical this is. So when you come to Kali, there's a Kaminika garden hapo nje with my herbs that I use also for my services at Kali. And there's a particular mint. It's a tropical mint. I think, yeah, a tropical mint. The leaves were so tiny, tiny like my nail, and they never grew. So when you talked about it, I said, you know what, I'll invest in this. I've been very patient for 6 months now. I'm waiting for compost. Is it 6 or 4? About that time. But that is how long it takes to mature and to dry and everything. So I've patiently waited and it has come. But even just before it came, I had some dried mbolea ya kuku. So I went, we weeded. I did not remove the weeds. According to my dad, everything that comes from that particular soil should go back to that soil. So he does that and then it decomposes there. I started with that. Then I layered recently with the mbolea ya kuku too, and some, what is it called? Some easy shells za samaki.
Oh, the scales.
Yes, the scales. See, they are sold somewhere huko industrial area. So I bought and I put the shells za samaki, and then I put mbolea. It didn't give me feedback immediately. With these rains that came 2 weeks, for the last 2 weeks it has been raining in LD. My dear, you see how long the leaves of the mint are out there. That is how big the leaves of my tropical mint are.
And they probably repelled the insects.
They don't have insects. They
Health
don't have
now.
insects because now I'm trying to invest in the land, as you keep saying.
Yeah.
It's a long-term game. And I've noticed even my aloe vera has increased in the volume of the leaves because now, because that place was maram, I had planted aloe vera instead of, and I tried to just to propagate some mints. Some seeds we had put, we thought had died. Do you know there's a particular bean that also supports with, it has antidepressant properties. It supports with production of dopamine. That bean, 4 of them, has finally matured. They just needed food.
Exactly. Good food.
And I feel like when we invest in a healthy soil, we also get better foods.
Yes.
Yeah.
And over time, it boosts our immunity.
Yeah.
So we get less sick. I think since we started doing healthy living in my home, we no longer have homers. We no longer are on antibiotics. We were on antibiotics like, I don't know. But my daughter, this entire term, they opened, they closed. Not
No homer.
one incident of Homa. Not one. Not one incident, except for like one time she got a burn. That's the only reason we went to hospital. Compared to back in the day when
All
kidogo
the time.
Homa, you go to the hospital, you are on antibiotics. So the cost of management is quite high
Yes.
compared to
If you invest in a healthy
exactly
Yeah.
learning, asking yourself now, what do I want for myself, for my family, especially women. We are at an advantage to determine what happens in our homesteads, in our homes, the health standards of your home, more often than not, is on the woman.
Depends on the woman.
You're the one who goes to buy the food. So I will choose whether I want to buy organic or whatever is available.
Yeah.
And since I became intentional, I have noticed we are less and less sick in my home.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I feel like it's personal. And maybe just to get back to you, Lisa, because part of it has been nutritional supplements, additives and supplements from a natural perspective. Lisa, you as a phytotherapist, what's your take on using natural foods and natural supplements to maintain a healthy lifestyle?
It's very important to use natural dietary supplements, and they are very available and easily available because we are not able to get the nutrition, let's say 100% of the nutrition that we need in everyday life. Yeah, not every day you will take a balanced diet, but you can easily find moringa. Moringa is a super vitamin. This is something I'd encourage everyone to have in their homes. Moringa, baobab, it's like a super fruit. If you're not having problems with your thyroid, sea moss. kefir probiotic drink. That way you're taking care of your gut, which holds more than 85% of your immune cells. So what we are saying, one, if you have to, if you want to do something to do with healthy living, moringa, baobab, simos, kefir probiotic drink, or any fermented thing like kimchi, like kombucha, sauerkraut, those ones, and those ones, uji
yenye imefermentiwa.
mindilil, yeah. The fermented foods are important for your gut microbiome. Eat fiber, mboga za kienyeji, kula hizo, rabuon, easy sebebe, sweet potatoes, nduma, those ones, you need to eat them. Then supplement, you will be healthy. And your body will thank you. You will be stronger. And when you're strong, your body, your immunity is on point. You will fight off diseases. Just like a healthy plant will resist pests and diseases, your body, when it's healthy, will resist these things. So it is very possible from a nutrition point of view.
Yeah, and I totally agree, and I would add on that please be cautious when you're using supplements.
Yeah.
Ask a professional.
Yeah.
For example, Lisa is a trained phytotherapist. Don't just take things randomly, because when you dry herbs, the concentration is way higher. So you need to be guided on the dosage and the how.
Yeah.
Some things are contraindicating.
Yeah.
You can't use a certain herb with another herb.
True.
So they are also different. Like you've kept cautioning us in most of our episodes.
Yeah.
If you have high blood pressure, like today you told us, don't use
Rosemary. Yeah.
So it takes personal responsibility for an individual to seek out professional guidance on how to use natural supplements. If you're in Eldoret or you want to do virtual consultation, of course we have Shama Fresh guided under the guidance of Lisa, and she'll be able to take you through. And also stop buying over the counter supplements.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that magnesium, the over-the-counter magnesium supplements, there's one you need to take in the morning, there's another one to take at night, there's another one to take with meals, there's one to take without meals. So stop self-prescribing. You will harm yourself more than how you will help yourself. So the same applies to natural supplementation.
It's true.
And this brings me to the last question. Julie, is a healthy lifestyle worth investing in?
I think everyone should be able to answer for themselves at this point, after all the talking we've done in all our seasons and all our episodes. Now kila mtu ajijibie hiyo swali. As in, do you want a healthy lifestyle or not? Are you willing to do your due diligence? Are you willing to educate yourself? Are you willing to seek out people doing the right thing, traceability, people growing clean food, people who care about your health wholesomely. One of the things I like about Kali's, when you come there, you're not just told about your hair and your scalp. You're told about the inner part of your body. You know, it's not about buy this product. No. I want your wellness wholesomely. So I think even if we tie this with the previous topic that we had talked about, when we talked about the community, why I keep insisting on a vibrant community and community food systems that thrive is because a healthy lifestyle in such a community is so much easier. Why? It is easier to get things from nearby. You can get your supplements or your good diet from nearby. You can get consultation on other aspects of your body, or whether it's your beauty or hair, nearby. You can get one thing or the other nearby. You can get your compost nearby, manure. You know, when you know each other with the people, it becomes a very nice symbiosis. And then that community thrives. How is it that we claim to want to do well as a country or as a continent or globally when we are not starting from the small unit, the community? We let the community thrive, then together we can thrive as a nation. So it's easy to access a healthy lifestyle if you have a vibrant community around you, actually. And let's not forget the aspect of knowledge. Educate yourself and do your due diligence.
Very well said. Any parting shots?
I like saying, know your farmer. And this scripture says, God has given us all we need for life and for godliness. Your health is your wealth. Choose life.
Julie, anything else you want to add as a parting shot?
I think we've said it all. Knowledge, your knowledge and due diligence is very important. Play the long game. I keep saying we all know how we are living this place. No one is living here alive. But while we are here, let's give this life the best shot. Just give it your best shot. It's up to you. It doesn't harm to find new knowledge. It doesn't harm to take the necessary steps to just have the best for yourself. Love yourself, give yourself the best, give your household the best, and let's enjoy this life and make it the best possible.
Amen. Amen to that.
Thank you. As the father of medicine said, let food be thy medicine, and
Thy medicine, thy food.
yes, meaning that you have a choice to make. You either choose a healthy lifestyle or you choose to treat lifestyle diseases. Both have lifestyle in it. Fafanua mwenyewe and make the decision. It's been a wonderful time having you joining us today. I hope you have watched all our previous episodes because we're really looking forward to winding this year with a bang. Our next episode, we are going to look at how was the year, and we're going to really find an interesting way to sum up this conversation we've been having. We have had 2 seasons in this year, and tell us in the comments, what did you like, what did you enjoy most in all our previous episodes, what would you like us to highlight in our next episode. Remember to like, share and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.